Back in the 1990s, I experimented with slit photography and sliced stacks of analog photographs. This is how I developed a new way to look at space and time. When we began the TX Transform project, we also wanted to manipulate time and space, but in an entirely different way. But how does TX Transform actually work? This can best be explained by means of a flipbook, in which the faces of movement lie on top of each other as individual sheets of paper. Normally you browse through a flipbook along the time axis, but with TX Transform it is rotated by 90 degrees and cut into thin slices from the side. The fact that meaningful images can be seen on these spatial sections is surprising at first sight and depends very much on the type of source material.
20 years ago, when we started with early TX transformations, we were limited by the camera and computer power back then. So when this project came up again 2 years ago, we thought, what could we do with today's technology? This brought us to the Fraunhofer Institute in Berlin and their invention, the OmniCam 360. This is a camera which is able to capture space with 10 cameras simultaneously in a resolution of 10,000 pixels. We imagined a kind of a model situation in which the screen of a cinema becomes the border between two different worlds. We chose the Babylon in Berlin as our location because it is a timeless cinema with a lot of history, and we shot our special choreography there with 135 actors.
When you transform material that was filmed with a static camera, something strange happens. Everything that formerly stood still disappears completely. Only what has been moving can be seen. If you move the camera at a certain constant speed, the opposite is true. Anything that stays still is not transformed and looks completely normal. But all objects moving around start to fall apart. The result, I think, is a collision of reality and cinema that no one has ever seen before.